Okay, today we're going to be graphing lines. Now, the first one that we're going to graph is already given to us in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is the most common, probably easiest form to remember, but it is the y equals mx plus b form, where your m is your slope, or maybe you learned it as rise over run, or your change in y over your change in x. However you think about it is fine. Your intercept, represented by the letter B here, is your y-intercept. That is where your line is going to cross the y-axis on your coordinate plane. So let's just go ahead and take a look at number one. We are already given y equals m. Our slope is a -1/2. X plus b, that's our y-intercept, our starting point. And so let's go ahead and look at this. So if +3 is my y-intercept, or my starting point, I'm going to go up 3 on the y-axis and place a point here. So from the origin, from 0, 0, up 3. And then from there, here are my directions. This is the direction that I need to go to find my next point. This minus sign, our rise over run. So rise is up and down. If it's positive, we go up. If it's negative, we go down. Because this is negative, we're going to go down. So this is the direction telling us, hey, go down 1. And then a lot of times people say over, but to the right 2. So from this point, we're going to go down 1 and then right 2. And we can follow that same direction for every point after that. Down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. Now, what if you ran out of room on your graph or your coordinate plane? Instead of going down 1, right 2, wouldn't it be the same if we went the opposite direction? If we started at a point and went up 1, left 2. That would be the same. So we can go in the other direction by going the opposite, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. And notice it still forms this line. So let's see if I can even connect the dots here and draw this line. So here is what the line looks like on a coordinate plane of y equals -1/2 x plus 3. Now on this same coordinate plane, I'm going to go ahead and graph number 2. Number 2 is a little different because it's not given to us in y equals mx plus b form. So we have to get y by itself. We want to put it in this form. So isolate the variable. We've been talking about that a lot. So we're going to isolate or get y by itself. Meaning whatever is not attached to y immediately, we're going to move over first. So for example, this is a positive 2x. I want to move that entire positive 2x over to the other side. So how I do that, how I move that term, is by taking its opposite. So the opposite of a positive 2x is a negative 2x. And so here's my wall. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. This negative is still a part of the y, so I'm going to bring that down. So I have -y equals. Now, these are not like terms. Notice how one has a variable, or a letter, and one does not, meaning I cannot combine them together. But what I want you to notice is that in our form, y equals mx plus b, our variable comes first. It's called standard form. And so to stay consistent with this form, I'm going to write my term that has the letter first. So I'm going to write -2x first. Now my b, or my -3, that is -3, so I'm going to write that afterward as -3. Please do not say that this is a -5x. We cannot combine these terms because they are not like terms. So -3 and -2x, they're separate. It's not a -5x. We write our x term first and then the -3 after. Now we're really close to y equals mx plus b form, but I want a positive y, not a negative y. Technically this is a -1, so what we're going to do is divide each term, all 3 terms, we have 3 terms here, by -1. A negative divided by a negative, that's a positive. That reduces down to a +1. So we have y by itself, we have this isolated, equals a -2x divided by a -1. Again, negative divided by negative is positive. So this is a positive 2x. That's my slope. It's my m. And then a -3 and a -1 being divided gives me a +3. So here is my y-intercept. So this is now what the line that I'm going to graph on the coordinate plane. So here, my slope is 2. So that's my slope. My y-intercept, or my starting point, is a +3. Now, what can any whole number be written as? A fraction? It can always be written over 1. So really we could say my slope is actually 2 over 1. And that's going to help us with our rise over run. We're going to go up 2, and then to the right, 1. So let's see, where's our starting point? My starting point is my b, my number by itself with no variable. So that is the positive 3. So on my coordinate plane, I'm going to start up 3. So I'm actually going to overlap the same starting point as number 1. Now from there, what direction do I need to go? Well, from here, I need to go up 2 and right 1 because I have a 2x. So from that point, I'm going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. And again, let's say you ran out of room on your coordinate plane. What is the other direction we can go? The opposite of up 2, right 1 would be down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. So from here, I'm going to go down to left 1, down to left 1. Truly, as long as you have 3, 5 points, anywhere in between there, I do want at least 3 points if you can fit it on the coordinate plane provided. And so now we can just draw our line and see if we can connect. So this is how we graph basic linear functions. Linear meaning lines.